Welcome to the second half of the Bdthurs Show, and the sidekick here, Mr. Andrew Bdthurs.
Good morning.
Went by real fast, and we've got a lot of people and places to talk about, but no photos.
We ran through all the photos the first half.
First half, okay, good. Something that's going to be occurring in a couple of weeks from now is going to be the gathering of the Louisiana Orphan Train Museum at the museum, and that's at 223 South Academy Street, right there where all of the Vieux Village is made up of different buildings and all.
The gates to Atchafalaya, right down Highway 190.
That's correct. And of course, they're selling tickets for a raffle, and the drawing will be held the Saturday, July the 16th at the annual gathering. And we ask you, if you haven't registered and you are a descendant, please do so and try to attend if possible. It's a lot of fun, and it's very enjoyable, but and it also, you learn a lot about the various people who made up the Orphan Train Riders group.
And you'd be surprised that maybe if you're a Orphan Train descendant, you may be surprised to find out how you connect to another family here, that, you know, from time to time, you know, they find out how the kids came together. Sometimes they figure out the kids were related.
Harold Dupre's father met his sister, who lived right there in Crotch Springs, and he lived in Plaisance, Mr. George.
And they never had known that they were siblings.
Until right before, luckily, before they died, they found out that the sibling. They were remembered as infants coming on the train, and they had a little brother and sister, but they got split up when they got to the train depot here in Opelousas. So anyhow, on July the 9th, that is this July the 9th, from 8 to 12 o'clock, this Saturday, Pappy's Tavern, and that's at 1311 South Bullard. They've had a number of different businesses there. This couple that now operated, a real nice young couple, and it's all clean and fun. And
that's the Lewisburg Highway, right?
That is correct.
Got it.
Glenn, a band of one, of course, will be playing. He's our friend. He plays over every week right here at King's Truck Stop, every week. And every Sunday, starting July the 24th, 4 p.m. till, they're going to have music there. And I guess one of the musicians that will be there some of the time at least is Glendale Fontenot, band of one.
There you go.
And nice place, pass a good time. And of course, he hails from right there in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana.
You got it. How about Dr. Carrie Thibodeau? If you need medicine, general surgery, if you're looking for appendectomies to breast biopsies, from gallbladders to colonoscopies and more, Dr. Carrie Thibodeau here in Opelousas can take care of you. You know, he's been in business now for over 20 years, doing general and vascular surgical practice here, and he's board certified, a fellow of the American College of Surgeons. So if you want to go by and see a good surgeon, he is a great guy to go and do business with right there inside of the Opelousas General Healthcare System.
And he's got good bedside manner. He's very friendly.
He's a cut-up.
That's right. You're going to enjoy meeting him if you don't already know him.
Quality Portable Buildings. If you need a little building, right there on I-49, they can help you out at Exit 23. You can use their buildings for anything from garages, barns, storage, outdoor kitchens, offices, beauty shops, you name it. They've got the simple little metal buildings that maybe you want. Maybe you want something a little more dressy that matches like your barn or your home. They've got all those there as well. And don't forget, they also have propane sales at that location as well as U-Haul rentals.
I spoke about having lunch on Tuesday at King's Truck Stop.
Yes, sir.
And of course, my good friend Clay Bertrand had joined me, and of course we were treated, you remember, by Joey Doucette. I learned a little bit about a grandson of his who's a sophomore at Beauchamp High School. He made the all-parish baseball team as a center fielder, and he was, I think I understood Clay correctly, he was the only sophomore to make the all-parish baseball team. So, let's see, his name is Clay Cormier. Julie and Mac or his mama. And of course that's Julie is Clay's daughter, and Mac is the son-in-law of Clay. And yep, it was King's Truck Stop on Tuesday. How about that?
Go.
Clay, good morning to you. Hopefully he's up and at it and watching or listening to the program.
Piggly Wiggly, if you're looking for some groceries all throughout Acadiana with locations throughout from Church Point, Rain, Scott, Cecilia, St. Martinville, and Opelousas, Piggly Wiggly can help you. And they've got their great specials again this weekend. Ground beef, $1.99 a pound for the family packs. Bottom round steak, $2.49 a pound. And of course the produce there right now. Strawberries are 2 for $4 for a pound. And peaches, 99 cents. Nice fresh peaches. That always reminds me of the summertime. My wife likes to take fresh peaches and make like peach drinks out of them.
Oh yeah,
very good.
Peach cobbler isn't bad either.
Peach cobbler ain't bad with a little ice cream on top too. You know they sell ice cream at Piggly Wiggly
Brenda
too.
had made blackberry cobbler for our dessert on the 4th.
My grandmother Geetro would make blackberry cobbler, and she'd take her thumb and she'd shove those blackberries through that granny cloth. She'd pull every seed out of those blackberries. So when you ate it, it was just the black. I don't know how many hours she'd spend on that. But at Piggly Wiggly, they got all your groceries you need to make pie just like Grandma used to make.
I had a call from Mrs. Don Cormier Sr., and she called to kind of pick at me. She said I had spoke about TJ Ribs and having stopped there and all that, and a few days later there was a murder and a suicide that occurred right after. She said, I'm glad to see.
Glad we weren't there.
Yeah, she said, I was glad to see you back on the program, Bobby.
And it was on a business day right after 5. That'd have been like us leaving the legislature back a few years ago.
She had called me while this election was taking place for board members for the HBPA, and she says, Bobby, I want you to know that Don and I are calling our friends and our relatives, and she says no one has told us yet they're not going to vote. They are going to be voting for Bobby Duke.
Because you couldn't politic.
That's correct. I couldn't, but they could.
They can talk to each other. And
that's correct. And I know they helped Don Stemmons a whole bunch also.
Carl's Thrifty Way, if you're looking for medicinal needs, things over the counter, prescription type medication, they got that with good trained people that'll sit down and take the time to explain to you. Maybe you at the doctor's office and didn't get to ask those questions. Or maybe after you start taking the medicine, my stomach wants to be upset with it. Am I supposed to eat with this? Am I supposed to do this? Can I drive or not? Can you compound? I have 2 big pills to take. They're hard to take. Can you all kind of mash those together, make it easy for me to take? They do all that at Carl's Thrifty Way with also over-the-counter medication. Maybe that medicine that you've taken for years as a prescription, now you can now buy over-the-counter. They stock all that type of stuff. They do home decorating ideas, gifts. They do monogramming, and they do gift wrapping for free. Go by Carl's Gift Shop.
I thought I had taken a picture, and maybe I hadn't, of Gerard Patin, a person that I met at the racetrack.
Yes, sir.
And he's with MetLife, and he's got some real good products that he's selling a lot of. You can reach him, of course, at 232-2531. That's in Lafayette, Louisiana. Real nice. And I think Harry Lee Patin is his dad, and he's a jockey. Either that or it's a brother. I'm not sure. I didn't write my notes down. It was on July the 2nd, which was Saturday night at the races at Evangeline Downs. Talking about Evangeline Downs, online betting is now available at Evangeline Downs. They're in the process of getting a software system, a package in place to handle this.
They had to get the law pass first, and then now they can go to one of the vendors that provides it probably for other tracks.
The fairgrounds has this for several years now. They've been having this online betting, and our own Ladrika Johnson Theory, representative from the Opelousas area
for
here.
the area with the track.
That's right. She introduced the bill and had it passed. So we want to thank Ladrika
because people are doing it anyway, but they're using these out-of-state betting outfits, and so none of the money's coming
We're not
here.
getting the cut that we ought to be getting to help benefiting the horsemen.
Pump it back into the horsemen, exactly.
That's correct. So something new. What about this? Even you said you didn't know
I didn't recognize the
Oliver
name.
Pollock. He was the most important, one of the most important men of the American Revolution, which is how we got our independence, was a Louisiana merchant named Oliver Pollock. Pollock contributed more money to the war for independence than any other person. Yet his name is unfamiliar. Every Monday, if you get the Morning Advocate, on the back page of one section, you're going to find an article about something of interest, primarily Louisiana, sometimes a little bit into Mississippi because of the trade between the two states.
You know, the funniest thing is there is that statue of him out near the little plaza out near the Centroplex, and I've seen that statue, never realized that's who it was of.
Yeah, but it's just what they thought, because they have
no
they have
pictures,
no
no
known
paintings.
portraits. Can you imagine a man of that importance?
And made his money in New Orleans when it was a Spanish possession, and had a pocket full of money when they needed money to start putting the war effort together.
And
pretty neat history.
pretty good history.
And you know, George Washington, you know, his wife was a rich lady, and I understand that they loaned some money to get the thing started. So
let's see, Governor Edwards.
he's out today.
Today.
Today's the day. Well, I say today. We're filming on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So today's the day he signed. So when you're watching this on Thursday, he's a free man.
He's a free man, and he's going to be, has a busy schedule for July and August.
Signing books.
Signing books, and you get to take a picture with him and, you know, kind of reminisce. And they are talking to him. We discussed this. We didn't exactly like the idea of a reality show.
Yeah.
I think he ought to, you know, go about and
You just
enjoy.
you just worried my resume was too good to get. You know, I had TV experience and everything. I could work with him. You know.
That's right.
But not, you know, I wouldn't give up my real job. It'd just be like on the weekend. I'd be his weekend driver.
Weekend driver.
You know,
okay,
that
all
type
right.
of thing.
I'll let you do that. And they're talking about a marriage taking place pretty soon.
That's what I understand. He's
30-something-year-old girl.
What's wrong with that?
What's nothing wrong with that? You Edwin Edwards, there's nothing wrong with it
that
for
at all.
doggone, that's for sure. What about the new Leonville gym?
Boy, it
Remember
looks nice. They're really coming along. And the nice part about it is they're using their heads. You know, in the old days, you had a gym facility, you had a school facility. But now they realize, while you're laying the foundation, put classrooms in these buildings as well, you know, while you're going to add on.
They're going to have 8 classrooms, will also be constructed.
So, I mean,
at the same time.
It's very frugal. And I understand that it's not going to come out of our tax money directly, I guess the way to put it. It's actually a grant, like a federal type grant.
$10 million.
Yeah. So, I mean, congratulations to the superintendent and the board for going out and being aggressive about finding financing. I mean, you know, for years I keep hearing there's not enough money to do all these improvements, and yet they're going out and they're funding it. So
what about the 16 portable buildings at Park Vista? They're going to be replaced.
Maybe they need to make a gym that way they can put the classrooms. You know, if they can get, you know, got to be creative. You know what they tell me when they couldn't get the money for Tiger Stadium, the way that they passed the bill was they got a bill for dormitories. So they built the dormitories, and they put the stadium on the backside of the dormitory. So
this is kind of interesting right here. Portable buildings parish-wide must be replaced with permanent structures as part of the school system's settlement of its federal desegregation lawsuit.
Absolutely. That's part of the deal. So.
Part of the deal.
KSLOC on the other side at 3. How about this? July 31st on Sunday at 10 a.m. over on 1103 South Union is where the Epiphany Episcopal Church is. They're having their 150th anniversary. They were chartered in 1861, 150 years, same anniversary as the Civil War. You know, it's 150th anniversary of the Civil War this year. Same year the Civil War started, Episcopal Church.
Ray Bello and a group from the Opelousas area went up to Aspen, and Ray was catering a function that was held at my nephew's, I guess it was kind of like a grand opening of his new lodge that he built for his family and guests that he'll be inviting over the years to come.
Sure.
I understand it's a beautiful, beautiful facility. Everything went real well. Joe Fred was there. His 2 sons, Willie and Joe Jr. were there.
I'm surprised you stayed home.
Well, I was going. I had planned on going. And then, remember that meeting we had?
Horse